PK Star.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video, you know what? I was planning on making a different video, but at the same time, I was like, what kind of video should I make this time? And that's when it hit me. I've had sort of a pretty crazy week as far as like retro video game collecting goes. So I'm gonna talk about that. But before we get started on that, guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, let's get into it. Now, as you guys already know, it is definitely not a mystery that I absolutely love retro gaming. I mean, you guys can see behind me, I've got all sorts of stuff all over this place. And back there too, that's just like retro gaming. Like I even have about myself a Sony Wega TV. Like I love being able to play games the way they were meant to be played. And not to say that I'm against you know, emulation, but I don't know, there's something to appreciate about being able to play those games the way they were intended to be played. You know, being able to play Pokemon Gold and Silver on a Game Boy Color, or you know, being able to play Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. Something special about that, and I absolutely love it. And to start things off, I actually modded my Nintendo 64. You guys already know, I actually made a TikTok about this, showing off one of my favorite consoles. And I mean, well, little caveat there, one of my favorite looking consoles, because as far as Nintendo consoles goes, I'm definitely GameCube or, you know, Game Boy Advance or DS type of guy. Nintendo 64 is really good though. So yeah, I definitely showed this off. And one thing that I saw from Retro Rick's video, Retro Rick, pretty sure I said that right, Retro Rick, he made a video about you being able to basically mod this thing and be able to play Japanese games. So I actually did that. I bought one of the inserts or cartridge thingy holders, and yeah, went over to my buddy's house, we took it apart, and yeah, we put this thing back in here. And I would have never imagined that this, basically a clear plastic cartridge holder, was in this thing. The one that I bought is actually green. Like, you know, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that. See in there, it looks green. So like, yeah, that's just insane. Like this looks so good that I didn't even tell. I wasn't even able to tell that this had a clear cartridge holder. Bizarre, but that's gone. And now because of that, I can do this. See that right there? That's a US Zelda. And then I have my Japanese, and you can clearly see it is definitely Japanese Banjo-Kazooie, and it fits. And it just works. Literally, the mod was just this cartridge holder that did not allow you to put Japanese games into this thing. If there were, like, if every console was like this, oh, it would be heaven sent. But I digress. Yeah, so we were able to do that, and after I got done with that, you know, my buddy actually showed me his collection, which was, I mean, it was a dream come true. He had so many amiibos, so many like collector's edition games. Like, it was just insane. And you know, he did have a couple of extra copies of things, and that's what was the most exciting thing about it. It's the fact that he told me that, you know, if I gave him the right price, he would trade them to me, and he did. Guys, I have a sealed The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U.
Oh my god! Wow!
This comes with the amiibo. It's got the game in it. I mean, this thing is minty fresh. You can clearly see the stickers right here. just perfect condition. This guy is selling for like 200 to 300, I think, or maybe 400. So the fact that he had this and was willing to trade it to me, I mean, I about died and went to heaven. I, just like everybody else, purchased this thing, opened it up, which wasn't a problem, but you know, it ended up getting banged up, and then I think I ended up selling the wolf amiibo, and you know, I ended up getting rid of it. So now I have this, and I don't even have to open it up because of, remember when I bought the Zelda NFT cards? Like, I don't have to use that amiibo. And on top of that, I have Twilight Princess HD downloaded on my Wii U. So, problem solved. And then on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, he traded me this guy. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. I will say it is not in the best condition. You know, it's a little bit banged up, and you know, it's a little rough around the edges. It's not perfect, but everything is in here. Now this one is actually not sealed, it's actually open, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's not that big of a deal because I was actually planning on opening this guy up anyways.
3 days later.
Went close. Yeah, I was actually planning on opening this guy up anyways, and yeah, like, I mean, it's just a really cool looking box, and as you can see in the back, you get the steelbook, you get this little Xenoblade Chronicles 2 book, and you get the soundtrack. And I mean, I just think that's really cool. Now this game, you guys already know, I am not a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I definitely needed to have the collection. I mean, I needed it, especially because of the fact that I was one of the lucky few that got to pre-order Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition. And on top of that, I also have Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Works set. Ensemble Serre Definitive. Pretty sure that's what that means. And I haven't even opened this. I mean, this is like minty fresh, sealed, and dusty. But yeah, it is like brand new, and I didn't even open it. Mostly because I ended up buying this game digital. So yeah, like, I knew I was gonna love it. I mean, it's just a great game. It is just a really fun, amazing game, and on top of that, they made it look so much better. Like, this game looks a million times better than Xenoblade Chronicles 2, honestly. And yeah, I get it, you know, it came after Xenoblade Chronicles 2 did, because that one came out in 2017, and then this one came out, you know, I think a few years ago, 2019, 2020-ish, somewhere around there. But yeah, like, they just did such a good job on this thing. It is insane. Now, I will say one thing. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be opening this guy up and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those guys that likes to collect sealed things to send them to sketchy companies so that they can get graded. I am not about that life. If anything, if I ever do something like that, it'll be for, I don't know, some really random game or one game that I just want to have preserved. But it'll be just a one-off or a two-off. The majority of my games that I buy sealed, I am definitely planning on opening them. That's just the way it is. I think that video games are meant to be played. I don't think that they're meant to be stared at. They're not Pokemon cards. Like, that's just my opinion on that. You guys can fight me if you want to. But yes, that is basically it. Oh, and before I forget, I was also able to buy this. It's called the Retro Fighters Brawler 64. Now this is a Nintendo 64 controller that comes with a dongle. Only problem I made is I didn't buy the right one. The one that I wanted comes with the little USB thing so that you can plug it into your Switch and play Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo 64 Switch Online? Yeah, so this one actually works with the Nintendo 64. So you just take it, you know, plug it in, it goes like that. And you know, obviously you know what this big giant slot is for. It's for memory cards and, well, I guess the Rumble Pack wouldn't really work here. But yeah, it's for memory cards. Now this controller, I would say, is probably near perfect. Like, it is just really comfortable. I do like the way this little stick feels. It feels really comfortable, and this controller is also really light. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the fact that these buttons, they do feel a little, I don't know, a little cheap compared to the rest of the controller. So, and really noisy. So I'm not really too much of a fan when it comes to that. But other than that, this controller is really awesome. And if I were you, I would probably pick one of these up. Just make sure that you're getting the right one, because there is this one that says this is for the Nintendo 64. But there are some that come where you can use it on your PC and you can also use it on your Switch. And this is a great alternative to getting the Nintendo Switch controller that no one's apparently ever gonna get, because they've been sold out this whole time. I mean, the Nintendo Switch 64 controller, that they dropped that like the beginning of November, and we're in July, like mid-July, and it has never come back. Like, it just hasn't. Just not for sale at all. You want to buy one on eBay for 3 times what it's worth. Yeah, unfortunate, but you know, at least we do have some alternatives, so that's always nice. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I also appreciate you guys watching to the end. The few of you that did, I really appreciate that. Alright guys, as always, we will see you guys next week, and we will see you on the next video. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!